broadband. You have said it here for about 3 years now, non-stop. I remember the time you started talking about broadband there 3 years, it was not, everybody was not talking about it and all that, but you had seen it that is the way forward. Broadband, where are we now?
You know, 2 years ago, ITU set a 5-year window for the least developed nations to at least have a 40%, fixed broadband penetration for households. And if you look at the figures now, it is not encouraging. Here in Nigeria, depending on the source of your information, it's about 4%, some will say 6%, which is still very, very, far cry, given the kind of investment that have been put in place for the fiber optics to, terminate here. And then the last mile extension, the thing is just not working out. It is difficult to tell what the reasons could be, but one could profess some kind of guide why it is so slow.
Don't say I'm breaking you off.
Yes.
Let's put it in perspective, because we also know that the regulators last year had a stakeholders 5-year program
yes.
for broadband.
Yes.
Okay. And I remember that the executive vice chairman for the NCC talked about the way this is going to work, the structure and all of that, because the issue of the last mile became extremely important. Okay, now what I'm asking now is it that despite all of this workout, all of these structures haven't been identified and put in place, why are we still where we are?
The last mile is expensive to deploy, because you are talking about taking the services to the hinterland, to the villages and those remote communities. If you are a private investor and you are taking a loan from the bank, you want to put your mouth where you're going to have quicker returns on your investment.
So you face the cities, right?
Yes, you face the cities and see how much you can make from it. So it is imperative that government, and I had mentioned it here over and over, must take the lead. Government must make appreciable investment so that the private sector will be able to key in. It's when you do that the consumers begin to say, okay, there are opportunities here. Mind you, we have issues of literacy. We have issues of income disparity. By the time you go to the villages, you don't have people with the kind of income to buy, data. Then policy of the government, you have to liberalize, and there has to be some kind of sovereign trust investment which government must put in place. And you must take the lead in say, okay, most of the services in government must be done online, but everybody cannot tap in.
Fantastic. I was going to ask you that shouldn't even government start from their own departments and the ministries and all of that, and sort of lead the way? And also government facilities like hospitals and all of that. All of this will transform lives. And we had hoped that the Minister of Communication was going to do so much, the vibrancy, the robustness in the early days and all of that. And, it's just all kind of spinning out without, so much haven't happened.
Yes.
Okay. We'll come back and look at all of this. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.